Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich, playing as the Qing Empire, leader of the Chinese United Front. It is a new recording session for me. So, what happened in the last videos? Well, last week we were facing a pretty dire situation against Japan and Mongolia. We were able to take out Mongolia and through some pretty good tactical maneuvers, mostly kick Japan off of our territory. But with the betrayal of the Anqing clique over to our south, we were in pretty dire straits until the remaining warlords came to our aid. We have now formed the faction, and things are looking pretty good. I don't think it's very likely, we are going to be able to do much of anything against the Japanese here and land in around Nagasaki. We'll see. I mean, maybe the AI is stupid, but odds are pretty good they're going to have a fleet over here, right? Like, surely they're not going to give me the naval superiority I need to actually land. And if that's the case, then in about 40 days, Japan is going to try to surrender, well, maybe not surrender, but at least force some sort of a peace term, in theory. I have deliberately not been reading some comments on this because I don't want people to spoil to me what's going to happen with Japan. I know that that's helpful, but at the same time, I don't want to know because I kind of like reacting to unknown situations like this. That's half the fun whenever you're playing a mod like Kaiserreich. That said, I've had my wife do some reading on some of these comments and such to try and make sure that I'm somewhat in the loop, and apparently a lot of people are angry at me for, you know, not properly coring things and stuff. Yeah, there's that. And also not reforming the army sufficiently. Well, I'm working on that. Dang it. Do you want to support the AUS? I don't see a reason to. I mean, I guess we could support the winning side, but meh. We got plenty of guns now. We should actually reevaluate a little bit of our equipment production because it's time to start diversifying our military up a little bit. So we probably don't need quite as much infantry equipment support. We are producing lots of support equipment because I need a lot more for my support companies. We definitely need some more artillery. I would like to start producing some fighters, and eventually I'm going to want some close air support. We should also supply some light tanks, mostly to reinforce what we are currently using. We'll start building up some efficiency here, if at all possible. Let me go ahead and pull you back by one more. There we go. Just try for something like this. Start producing a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Once I have united all of China, I would say that more or less this campaign is done. Still, we'll see what we can do. So we have a lot of units that are getting into position along the Kingdom of Siam, because we would certainly like to do some damage there. We're still trying to force Tibet to capitulate. We should be getting there by getting Shigatse right here. Got it? And that should be enough, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was going to say, Tibet, you better frickin' die, dude. All right, so they're gone. Tibet has capitulated. I will definitely take some land. Oh, I can't. I only got 14 war score. Hang on. Pass, pass. Wait, why are all these people involved in the war, but no one else is allowed to have any war score? Just saying, there's a bit of a weird situation there, ain't it? Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's okay. Pass, pass, pass. Take. And that's it. All right, we get to eat all of Tibet and all their resources. I guess the Sichuan clique did manage to take one state. All right. So are we going to get the pop-up about, you know, releasing, like, a puppet? Because that was a thing that happened in Kaiserreich for a while. And I complained about it a lot when they made the change in Kaiserreich. Like, it was, for some reason, you could not annex territory properly. Once you took lands, you had to basically partition it, or you would take a permanent stability loss and spend a load of political power to hold on to territory. Like, it forced you to create puppets. It looks like that has not been happening. I can't decide if that's because this is all kind of like Chinese territory, but Tibet wouldn't be part of that, so I don't know. Maybe they have changed that back. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I created a change in the game. Whether it was for good or for evil, I don't know. Hey, let's get into some of this empty territory. So technically we've taken something from Siam if we haven't already. That way, if we do get a peace deal with Japan, maybe we get to eat Siam. I don't know. You guys are all going to push this way. Try to push them out. I don't really expect this to be a major pushing point for me. It's not a big deal whether we make progress there or not. Biggest thing is, where are the troops that need to get over here to do a naval invasion order? They will be ready in a day. Oh, nope, about a week for some of them. All right. So in 7 days, we'll be able to launch this. I need to get my navy in position, which is not very much, but all of you guys... Okay, all of you guys group up for a second as one big fleet. We are not going to be doing anything here. We're going to be doing naval invasion support in this particular region, the East China Sea, specifically right here. And if we can land here in Japan, that's great. I suspect we will not be able to. You don't want to get over here? Get over here. I mean, hopefully we don't get intercepted and die on the way, but let's see. Really depends on what the Japanese AI is doing, and I don't have any radar or anything to really tell me. What's going on with the Japanese Navy? I don't know where they are. They might murder me. They probably will murder me. I mean, they did so already. My fleet was absolutely decimated. But if we're very, very, very lucky, they will not have a fleet in this region. I'll have temporary dominance just enough to get across and do a naval invasion, and we'll see if we can actually pull something off. I suspect that's not going to happen. The AI would have to be absolutely moronic not to be guarding these 3 sea tiles zealously, right? I would think, anyway. Alright, so the real question is, once I'm done with Japan, what's going to happen with the warlords? Are they going to abandon me? That's kind of what I'm wondering, and again, this is where I'm trying not to spoil, because if they do, I want to have to react to that betrayal. But they might. They may very well just betray me, and if that's the case, we're going to have to very rapidly redeploy and hope they don't unite against me. If they stay with me, then what I may want to do is start gradually kicking them off of the faction and, like, individually targeting them for a war declaration and reunite them into the fold. That might become the goal. We'll see. I'm not above a little bit of a betrayal, you know? All right, another naval invasion. He keeps sending 1 militia unit over here, and it's not going well, dude. I don't know what you think you're doing. Do you want to do some more cores, or do I want to save my political power? Let me think about that for a second. We could certainly change up our conscription law, and we would get an absolute ton of manpower. That said, do I really need it? I don't know. I want to know why we don't have any attack or defense bonuses, by the way. What's the point of having this pop up if you don't get anything? No idea. I mean, getting a bunch of cores and stuff is certainly nice. Do I need more war support? No, we're fine on war support. Is there anything I need to do to get more stability? I guess we could rally public support, but this isn't going to be an option. Yeah, there's something we can get more stability with, and I don't need war support. So I guess if we're not going to change our conscription law, then maybe we should just continue integrating provinces and get cores. I think that's a reasonable thing to do, at least. All right, so all the troops have arrived. Okay, let's make sure you guys have full organization before we do anything. And we do not have the naval intelligence. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. I'm going to take the subs. We're just going to see if there's anything we can do. Hang on. So, with the submarines, you guys are going to be patrolling in this region. You are not really going to engage. I'm mostly just trying to get some intelligence and see what happens. Do not engage. Okay, he's still trying to do naval invasions, and 8%. We lost naval supremacy. Yeah, no, this is not going to happen. Oh, he's actually trying to land over here, too. He's coming in for some serious naval invasions. Look at him go! Well, I'm guarding all the ports, so there's even if you land here, there's nothing that's going to happen. Yeah, okay, so there's no way we're going to do this, then. There's no way we can get the naval invasion. All right, you guys go hold up, then. Just keep our submarines protected. He's trying to do more naval invasions. He's doing some escorts. Yeah, as long as he wants to continue doing naval invasions, there's no way we're going to get anything. Okay. I didn't think that was going to work. I didn't think it would, but it was worth a shot, right? Can we... Do we want to upgrade our intelligence agency? This has not been in a very intelligence-focused game. I'm still just mostly trying to get factories. Finland capitulates, really, to the Russian Republic. Okay. What's going on over here? Sure looks like the Commune of France is still not making a lot of progress. You guys are supposed to repair. You're docked up right now. I want you guys to repair. Maybe we hold off until we get some peace terms. Oh, he landed. Okay, hang on. So, if we're not going to be able to pull this one off... First off, it's okay that he's doing this right now, because as long as he doesn't get a port, these guys are not going to get some supplies, so we can intercept and kill these guys pretty easily. Not feeling worried about these guys at all. Let's pin him down so he doesn't go anywhere. We've already propelled him in that direction. Should be able to pin this guy down, and that honestly should be it. These guys are going to die, so there we go. We got some more factories. Let's continue with the artillery and stuff, because I need a lot more of it if I'm finally going to take advantage of the superior firepower doctrine. Which, by the way, I think was a mistake. Given the fact that we have not been able to actually produce any of the artillery to take advantage of the soft attack, I think what we should have done is actually go for Grand Battle Plan Doctrine, weirdly enough. I think that actually would have been the better choice. Just based on this situation. Get some really strong planning bonuses. And use basically just infantry and entrench like hell. I think that would have been fine. But I didn't do that. Oh well. C'est la vie. You know, we learn. Land wars in Asia, it's not something I do very often, to be honest. I face almost exclusively Europe whenever I am playing Hearts of Iron 4. Because that's where most of the fun happens, but clearly I need to practice a lot more in this area. What's going on over here? Hey! Whoa! Whoa! Hold on. You guys are not supposed to let them get into Busan. Gosh dang it, morons. It's because I pulled a couple of guys off to go and fight this. They're like, oh, let's leave Korea! Dumb choice. Now he's got a freaking port. I'm gonna set everything I got to stop him before he gets any more supplies or any more troops. Actually, wait. Let him go. Let him leave. 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 Go, 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 idiot. Go, go, go. Thank you. Now get him. Cavalry should be able to take this, and he's gonna die. Thank you. Okay. Better. Much better. So, if we're not gonna do these naval invasion orders, and there's no way in frickin' heck we're gonna be able to, what else should we do then? We should free these troops up, and do we want to try to do a naval invasion order over here and try to take the strait? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Coming in from Hong Kong. I feel like that's a thing we actually could do. Land in both of these points. Can I select you guys? Nope. Okay, hang on. 4 of you. I can't assign them here. Oh, gosh dang it. This is so annoying. Hang on. There we go. Very annoying little things like, oh, I know I can only have 10 division capacity in my naval invasion. If I'm trying to remove someone from those 10 over here, you should let me. But no, you have to assign them somewhere else and then do this. So it's like, oh, you don't have 10 divisions assigned. Like, it just doesn't quite... It doesn't quite, what am I trying to say? Calculate it in the right order. That's what I mean to say. Hey, we have some troops. I guess I will send you over here. Oh, these are going to be all the expeditionary forces. Well, then let's assign a lot of these guys over to green, and they'll just protect me against the Japanese for a bit longer. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the expeditionary forces. Much appreciated. Thank you kindly. Bye. Where are you landing, Japan? What you trying to do? I heard the naval invasion order in the East China Sea. Where are you? I don't know. Alright, so how much longer until we can deal with Japan, then? 1 day. Well, there you go. Alright, so they're going to get the event. They will no doubt try to counterattack, major blow to them. If they don't retake their land soon, the mounting political pressure will force them to ask for terms. The Fading Sun. Here we go. After the utter defeat of the Imperial Japanese Army, our forces control huge swaths of land. It reminds you of Monty Python. She's got huge tracts of land in Manchuria and Korea. We'll see Imperial Japanese Navy are reduced to attempting mere blockades. Our spies in Tokyo, I have spies in Tokyo, report severe dissent and war weariness among the populace. In light of this, the government has called a 2-week conference in Port Arthur to determine our war terms. We will accept their terms, let them keep their pathetic home islands. We accept their terms of peace, though it will take 2 weeks for the deal to be finalized. Be warned that all those at war with Japan will have to accept for the deal to go through. Really? Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. This will prevent peace for all of those at war with Japan, not just us. So everyone fighting Japan, which is basically just the Chinese United Front. If the people who are currently involved in this refuse... Wait, okay. When you say they have to accept, do you mean they will be forced to accept my leadership and my terms, and therefore they will be at peace? Or I need their consent to be at peace? That depends. Either way, I feel like this is what we should do. Because I don't think we're going to have the naval dominance to get over here into Japan at all. We're not going to have the air dominance to go for paratroopers, even if I wanted to do a tech switch. So there's no way we're going to do this. So we might as well just consolidate our forces and be at peace and start getting a lot of factories and stuff going. So we'll try for this, and the worst thing that happens is these guys say no, and we're at war anyway. So let's just see what happens. I don't know what happens with, like, Siam and stuff. That's a good question. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? But if we can at least get rid of the Japanese Navy, does this mean it's a lot easier for me to get a naval invasion over here? Maybe. So it's going to take a couple weeks. Let's just sort of see what happens. I could produce some bombers, and I will. I don't need much. What I really want is close air support, because those are, you know, pretty darn good. We do need to trade for some resources. Let's get some aluminum from the Russian Republic. Not that much, though. I'm okay with having a small deficit, just not a massive deficit. Let's trade with the Russian Republic for some steel as well. I'm going to try to have some good trade ties so he feels like he wants to stick around with me for a while. Okay, so again, I'm very curious what's going to happen once this is all done. We're going for the best money can buy, which is going to give me a research bonus for my land doctrine. We're kind of going down the right path for our national focus tree, working toward imperial propaganda, attack on core territory, etc., blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure what the concessions do for me at this point, given that the legation cities should already have been fully annexed. Japan is still attacking me. I thought we were going for peace deals. You traitorous scum, and why are you sending only one at a time, you fool? Seems like the Japanese AI might be a bit derp. It should be sending large naval invasions. I mean, it sent 4 earlier, but it just keeps sending like little probing attacks to see what happens. It's not going well for you, bud. It's just not going well. Let's try to punch through here. In the meantime, let's just see what we can do against Siam. I'm going to try to encircle a few units and kill them. Too many people still sitting here. Nothing I can do. You guys are arriving now. It's going to be 42 days, apparently. Well, less than that now, minus 16. But it's going to be a while before I can do this naval invasion. If we're lucky, he's left nothing here. It's not like there's a port or anything. And yeah, that puts me at risk where I'm not going to have any supplies, but if it cuts him off, we can just burn his organization with no supply and just kill him. All right, research bonus. Done. Nice. What do we want now? Well, let's see. It is 1940, so we could go for nuclear research, but I think it would be better to go for something else. We're already making progress on doctrines. Could work for an upgrade to artillery that I'm not using. Could go for medium tanks. I think we probably should go for the... Well, do I want to use my research bonus on this? Or I could get ahead of time here. That's a very good question. This is normally what I would say is better. But I only get so many of these. And I wouldn't mind getting ahead of time on stuff. Signal companies, field hospitals I probably won't need. I think we need to start switching into the air game. Because if I'm going to have superior firepower doctrine, I'm probably not going to focus extremely on tanks. Artillery will do the job. But give that artillery some air support, and all of a sudden we'll be in a much better spot. Okay, the Guangzhou federal government leaves the United Front. So much for unity. WIP. Okay. Collapse of the Japanese Empire, an astounding reversal of fortunes. The Japanese Empire has been defeated and today announced a treaty ceding its mainland possessions in Manchuria as well as nearby imperial colonies. With its military strength shattered and the home islands themselves now threatened, the empire was bowed to the inevitable and terms have been reached with their foes in Dairen. Okay. Only a few short years ago, the chrysanthemum throne was viewed as the preeminent power in East Asia, even in the face of the Reich. All that has changed, however, and the balance of power in the region has changed decisively. Though the future of Asia remains uncertain, it seems that freedom from Japanese rule has finally become a reality for the people of the mainland. The sun is fading. Peace with the Empire of the Fading Sun. 2-week conference has been reached. We get some political power. We fought well and deserve nothing less. We get to keep all of this. Beautiful. So, question. Am I still at war with people? I know that there's a button up here, by the way, but I like looking at other current wars. So who do we have here? Pacification of southern China? Huh. Yeah, the Fengqing government right here is about to capitulate. So that's going to finish them off now. Is it? Maybe. Curious what other wars are going on here, but I think that's the only one that's still relevant to me at this point. Okay. I don't remember... Oh, okay, yeah, the Fengqing government does finish off there, so the Guangzhou federal government gets to keep their land. That sucks, but I'm going to go ahead and take all of this, of course. This is all rightfully mine. I don't anticipate that they have an absolute ton of factories. But it's something. So I get Korea, and I get the Fengqing government. All of Manchuria now belongs to the Qing. Hail to the Qing, baby! All right, beautiful. Imperial propaganda. Defense on core territory. We're at peace now. Before we end up going to war, let's try that. And just sort of see what happens. So I still have people in my faction. It's just the Guangzhou federal government that has refused. So first things first, we need to go ahead and cancel all of our current orders. Now, I have no idea if these guys are going to leave, but if they do not, so much the better. So let's go ahead and set up some invasion orders. Because we are going to try to kill these guys and bring them back into the fold, because I think they deserve it. So we'll do something like this. Yes, I know. Thank you. I don't need garrison orders anymore. The war's over, didn't you hear? All right, so you guys are going to go along this direction. You guys are going to go down this direction. Look how many freaking victory points there are. So many different cities with lots and lots of population. I do know some people were telling me in the comment section, again, thank you, Y, for telling me, that the reason I lost so much manpower at some point, like last week, I was like, where'd all my manpower go? It was because the Yanqing clique just like ate a lot of the southern territory. And the thing is, when I think of China's population, it's massive, I think along the coastline, right? I'm like, well, if I control most of the coastline around Beijing, I should be fine. Didn't think about all the rural farmlands down here because they haven't done the Great Migration and stuff with the Mao's Revolution. Hey, we got Taiwan for free. Oh, sweet. I like this. This is beautiful. All right, you guys don't need to do naval invasion support anymore, obviously. Instead, you mostly are going to be doing a patrol order in this general vicinity. And you guys will be doing convoy raiding over here, not here. Engage at low risk. Repair priority is going to be high for a little bit. And we have an extra ship, a sub, which goes and joins them. Okay. So we're going to try to prevent these guys from getting a lot of supplies when we do decide we want to kill them. So I can justify a war goal against them. We can get a claimed state. It's going to take 70 days. I think we go ahead and start getting our claims going in preparation. Now, we have a lot of decisions. What's this? The fate of Korea. Oh, okay, here's the annexation decisions I was talking about. So this is where we have to decide, do we want to keep the land or make them into a puppet? We have 58 days to decide. If we do not select it, we are going to annex Korea, but we will lose base stability and support and some political power. Now, that might be fine, depending. How many factories do we have over here? Only a couple. And by a couple, I mean 3 whole factories in the States. Whoop-de-frickin'-do. Pretty good populations down here. Do we want to just go ahead and turn these guys into a puppet and we can annex them later? I mean, it's not like I'm going to lose much. I think we might want to do that and just not lose the stability and war support. So I think we liberate them, and they become my puppet. All right. So yes, the annexation decisions are still a thing in Kaiserreich. I'm surprised we haven't gotten one for Tibet. Interesting. Okay, so that's all done. Oh yeah, we need to continue with the army reforms. Let's do that. We can support the Pacific states now if we wanted to. I don't think I want to. I think the American Union state's going to be fine. What's going on here? The Empire of Brazil has landed outside of Baltimore? What? Unexpected turn of events. Who saw this one coming? Nobody. Nobody saw this one coming. Alright, so do we want to integrate some more provinces and stuff, or do I want to go for something else? Conscription law. We can go for the extensive conscription. It's a lot of manpower, but I don't need manpower. Do we want to change our focus law? No, I don't think so. Do we want to go for an aircraft designer? That's not a bad idea, especially if I do plan on getting more of an air force. Now, normally I'd want to go for the extra air defense and max speed and stuff here for just stat upgrades, but in this case, production cost reduction is huge. I kind of want to go for this because if I am going to go for air dominance, I need some help. We are very, very behind in those terms right now. So, yeah, I think that is probably the right call. All right. Well, Guangzhou federal government, you with your little social democratic rose, who do you think you are? You actually are mostly... No, you are led by the social democrats, but you got a lot of social liberals. Well, we are social conservatives, which means we hate you, so we're going to have to kill this guy. Yes, I know, expeditionary forces are on their way back. That's fine. I do not care. Tungsten, we do need some of that. I guess we could trade with, like, Siam and stuff. We can also trade with Portugal, because apparently we don't need any convoys for them. How? We're not bordered with Macau. I'm not especially sure why that is the case, but all right. Are we still training units? We are still training more infantry units. We're going to do this once more, and then I think we need to start doing some more shifts and try to get more artillery on the field. This is definitely the time we need to do some more consolidation here and change things up. We've got some support equipment, so that's good. If we go to, let's say, these guys here, is there anything I wanted to add here? Signal companies, probably. Gives me a lot more initiative, so we can reinforce into battle faster. That cost me motorized, which I do have, and some support equipment. I have. Yeah, let's do that. I am going to need to start producing motorized now that I think about it. Oops, nope. Lost a couple of factories. I'm going to say we can pull back a little bit on infantry equipment again. Let's start producing the motorized just to make sure that we have that going. Sorry. At some point, my brain just starts to get lazy. It kind of already knows what sentence I want to say, and it just sort of slurs it on out. It's like, bleh, who knows what's going on. All right, that's a lot of cores that we can get done here. It's pretty nice, honestly, this coring mechanic. I mean, if you got plenty of political power, dude, you can get pretty strong. I like it. War propaganda is not the worst thing for me right now, only because, if we are going to be going to war and we are the aggressors, we're going to lose a lot of that war support, probably, and stability. Actually, I don't remember. We don't lose war support, I think, but we do lose a lot of stability. When we're into the defensive, we don't lose anything, but besides that. Let's see. So this is a fair number of troops. Let's go ahead and add a bunch to red. And you guys go to green. Okay, looking pretty good. Can we get some more traits on people? Answer is yes. Okay, cool. What do we want? Logistics, fast planner, thorough planner. Max planning would be good. Reinforce rate, recovery rate is not a bad idea either. I don't think I'll be on the defensive for a while here, so infantry expert for everybody wouldn't be bad. But I think I would want to go for maybe thorough planner for the max planning. And just enjoy some nice combat boosts. I mean, I like logistics, but I don't think we're going to have a lot of logistical issues. Before we say that, though, let's actually check. Oh, we've got plenty of logistics. I'm just looking at the supply limits here, and we're fine. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. I think we go for the max planning. Because that gives everybody better attack values. You can get guerrilla fighter, which gives me entrenchment speed. You're not an offensive guy, so I don't see that mattering too much. Might want to save that trait for later. You unlocked nothing new, and you unlocked nothing new. Okay, so nothing special there. I mean, entrenchment speed is nice, but I don't want to take up his trait slot for something that's not useful. Where are you? You specifically. Right here. You are in exile and still retreating across the river. Okay. Just looking at those symbols there and making sure we aren't losing something important here. Get out. Get out of his territory. It's not so hard to cross the river. Just swim. Take your tens of thousands of men and swim. It's fine. The good news is most of our units actually got some pretty solid experience across the board in this war. Exception of some green militia, apparently, but those guys are expeditionary forces, so I don't bear responsibility for them at all. Okay, still producing more civilian factories, but we're getting some. We have 78 in total, 39 civilian factories, 34 military factories. Man, that is not much. For such a large nation, that is just not much. I am hoping that murdering these guys is going to result in a lot more. Yeah, 14 and 16, I'll take that. 100%. Gladly murder you. Gonna be a little while before I can do anything, though. My goal of the series is honestly not to go for any sort of a crazy world conquest, and if we get attacked by Russia, I think we just lose. My goal, basically from here on out, is to kill the Guangzhou federal government, the Sichuan clique, the Xinjiang clique, and maybe the Shandong clique. They've been good allies. If I can take out German East Asia, I will happily do so. Now's not a bad time, given that they're currently fighting against the syndicalists. But we'll see what ends up happening down there. If I can unite all of China, I'll be pretty darn happy. That is the goal of the series, and I think now is actually a pretty good place to end this. So thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. All right, let's go ahead and see what it is.